and enjoy Troy. What was the question? You're gonna splice all this crap, right?
At this point, I will.
You're gonna have to, my guy.
2. State your name and what city are you repping?
My name is Hannah Amigo, and I am repping Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
Currently living in Schenectady, unfortunately.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I miss the island. I don't like the cold.
Me either. So, do you have any, with you being from the Latin descent, do you have any music written in Spanish?
I actually do.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So you're fluent in Spanish?
Claro que sí. Yes.
I'm gonna put the translation on the bottom. Yeah. We gotta ask Siri about that.
Okay.
So, how long you been doing music, and what even got you into, being a music artist?
So I started singing in public because I've been singing my entire life, but I started singing like in churches and for music school when I was about 12.
Okay.
We grew up really sheltered, so that's when my dad kind of like started to let us go out and sing in churches and stuff, and my siblings and I would sing harmony together, and that's kind of like where it all started.
Word.
Mm-hmm.
And so do you play any instruments?
Yes, I play piano and guitar, but
Nah.
no. I wouldn't call myself a musician.
You leave it up to your counterparts. So at the show this Sunday, you said you're bringing. Will you bringing some?
Yes, I'm a musician friend to play guitar for me, so I can focus on my vocals. I'm a vocalist. I'm not a musician.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what instruments can we expect to see this Sunday accompanying
guitar?
Your voice?
Guitar.
That's it, just the guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
So is that your favorite instrument of choice, or?
My favorite instrument of choice. I would say that I write on with the piano. So I think that piano would be my first choice if I was playing, but if somebody else is playing for me, I'd probably choose guitar.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if you had to pick your 3 favorite instruments, give me 3 top instruments that you just love to hear and like make you ultraly happy.
Okay. Guitar, congas, and piano.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. So now, what would you say is Hannah Amigo's style of music?
That's actually something that I'm just kind of settling into myself, because for a long time I struggled with my identity as a musician because I started singing in church. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you grew up in the church or what, but it's all glory to God, and
yep.
Everything is for the Lord, and I was genuinely conflicted because a lot of the things that I was writing was out of experience and struggles, and music was my main coping mechanism. I just went and I trapped everything that I was feeling on the page, and so I didn't feel like I could share that with the world.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't for God. So I went from singing gospel, worship, contemporary Christian music to kind of settling into more of a singer-songwriter flow, probably. I would say alternative pop, probably, because a lot of the things that I think about are more experimental. But, yeah.
So, if you had to name your favorite 3 singers, who you going with?
Oof. Whitney, Jessie J, and man, what a hard question. Whitney, Jessie J, definitely top 2 because they're unreal, godly. The third, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. My mind just went completely blank.
All right, so listen, you gotta either hit her up or message Hannah or come ask her on Sunday who's the third person. So now, when you hear the term "more music, less violence," what comes to mind?
Well, initially for me, personally, I grew up in an incredibly chaotic household, and I think that violence is the norm. Chaos is the norm for a lot of people. And I think that more music, less violence is about kind of like extending ourselves as artists in the capital region to say that, everybody has a seat at the table. Music is for everybody. Music is incredibly healing. And it's a major outlet that I think everybody should have access to. to cope, to move forward, to come together. And chaos, violence is the norm for a lot of people. And it was, you know, I grew up in poverty. I grew up in kind of like violence, you know, and guns going off and you know, shootings happening on my street all the time. And, you know, I think that it's important to reach out to let everybody know that, you know, we're not any better. We're not any better. You know what I mean? We're all human. And I think that by all of these artists with all sorts of different backgrounds coming together, we're creating a space where there's enough diversity for everybody to feel welcome and comfortable. And I think that that's important.
I got you.
Yeah, no, so that's pretty much it. More music, less violence. You know, peace is our birthright. It's everybody's birthright. And I think that by sharing what we can bring and being vulnerable with other people is just saying, hey, you know, this is yours to take.
I agree.
Yeah.
So, my last question. So, why for Hannah Amigo is it more than music? A lot of people, you know, discredit the importance of music and the effects it can have on people. So, why for you is it more than music?
For me, it's more than music because, well, like I said earlier, you know, it was the biggest way that I was able to cope with so many different things, and I didn't have a lot of people to talk to when I was growing up. I went through foster care. There was a lot of foster institutions I was in, and so I would turn to music. And so music for me was a way of taking my control back over the situations that I was put in and the people that I was around and the things that were happening to me. And by turning all of that negativity into a positive and something that I was genuinely proud of and something that somebody else could relate to and say, holy crap, I'm not by myself. Like, that's amazing. That's why it's more than music for me. Because it really carried me through time and time again through so many different things. And I think that that's what music does for everybody. It really puts you in your body. You know, it makes you move, it makes you dance, it makes you sing. And, even really not going that deep, it's a beat to dance to. You know what I mean? It's a catchy hook. It's something fun. It's something to, you know, distract your mind if you need to. Blast it in the car while you're driving. It doesn't matter. So it's a universal language.
Good answer. Well,
Thank you.
I've missed a bunch of performances, and like I said, well, I was like, well, I guess in order to see you perform, I gotta book you to perform.
I know.
So here we
Yes.
go on Sunday for November 7th. More music, less violence. Enjoy Troy edition.
Enjoy Troy edition.
I'm looking forward to it.
I am too.
See you there.
See you there. Peace.
You are hilarious.
This is man, I can't hide it.
You are hilarious.